In a house there were two brothers. They're all spooky entities. However, everyone has a different nature. My sister is very evil, hate humans to the bone. Brother is the complete opposite of gentle nature, calm and kind. What is this? If you watch the whole movie, it will be clear. That morning the Jew delivered the keys to the mansion for sister Nee and brother Gato. About this, it makes the neighbors curious. Staring at, they seem to know something, but they don't dare to say it. Two sisters just came home. There's a tennis ball rolling under the bed, while the Data is packing. Then suddenly the back door opened. He was curious to come and see, but he couldn't see anyone, been caused by some wind. Nee also thinks it made the ball roll in here. This house is really big. That's why the Data is a bit puzzling. Why does the fog give us such a cheap rent? Maybe this place has that thing. Stop imagining it for me, General. And suddenly the lights went out very strangely, and then there's a knock on the door. It turned out that the courier delivered the rice. You made me almost spray out my pants. While Nee went in to get the money, the courier said, "Once the lights are flashing, that means the spirit is coming." Really? What are they doing here? Oh my god, I know you asked them. But there's nothing scary about it. As long as we have faith in the Holy Spirit. Surprise! The upstairs window automatically pops out a beam. At this time, Nee went out to pay for the rice. Thank you, sisters. Why are kids so cowardly these days? Suddenly a man in black appeared outside in the rain. Make Gato terrified. Turns out he's Kunvin Nee's boyfriend. Sister immediately brought out the shirt of Data. It's a little tight, but it looks good. While three people are talking, the female ghost appeared. It makes me cold on my back. And the Data didn't see it, so he started washing his face. And suddenly the faucet automatically rotates. On this side, the Noah was found to be leaking water from the ceiling. She thinks it's the rats. Kato ran in here in a panic. What's going on, cowardly boy? The faucet in my room rotates automatically, sister, because it is a little old. It has a small problem. It's not you. I think this house is haunted. Stop talking nonsense. We didn't do anything bad. You have to be afraid of ghosts. Really? Yeah. Go to bed, General. The next day I was curious. Climbed to the ceiling to check on the rats. I found out there's a diary hidden here. Its owner is called Golly. He wrote that, from a young age, my mother did not love me after Golly made a disastrous mistake. Your mother hates you even more. Even Golly blames himself. Why did you make this mistake? It hurts parents so much. Distraught, he decided to tie the rope to the ceiling fan. Nee herself is a writer, so she feels the story. It's very meaningful. At the same time, at Kim Dong Publishing House, Chun Ka is being scolded because SEO has not seen Nee revise his draft. Hurry up and urge her to do it, so that we can print and publish Ra in time. Chi and Ka immediately called Choni to the office. Talk about this. You have Kunvin with you. Chun Ka said that. The novel that Nee sent last time. It's pretty good content though, but it's a topic that's hard to attract readers. The editor has not yet agreed to publish. That's why you don't have a royalty. So, Chun Ka suggested that Nee write out another story, related to relationships in the family. It will attract more readers. When I heard that, Kunvin had an idea. You said, Nee, let's look at the facts in Golly's diary. Write a story. I'm sure it'll be pretty cool. So Nee told me a short story that Golly wrote in his diary. After listening, Chien Ka is very curious about this story. I told Nee, let's just keep following the facts to write such a complete novel. But when she got home, she thought, after all, this is someone else's diary. If I take the details here, write a story, it seems to have invaded people's lives. This makes it hard for you to make decisions. Suddenly Golly appeared with an angry face, hands on Nee. There is also something strange about Dotto. The pen automatically writes something into his notebook. Dotto ran downstairs to tell his sister. If you look at the book, you can read it. The pen wrote, "You fools, get out of the house." Now I know there are ghosts in the house. However, she assured her brother that these things don't exist in this world. She asked the Data to study hard. Don't think about it, especially if you want to move. I don't know where to move. This house already has the cheapest rent on the market. Until late that day, when the Data is sleeping, Nee returned the diary to its original position. I hope you ghost ignore your curiosity and forgive your brother. Please don't scare him anymore. It's very cowardly. I can't stand it. The next day, Chun Ka called Choni again. I have the good news. That the story in the diary, so you keep writing it out into a complete novel. The book fair is in 2 weeks. I hope you finish writing by this time so that we can publish in time. Meanwhile, Data, I'm telling my friend, strange events happened last night. I hope this Sinti guy, there's a way to get the ghosts out of the house. When Sinti looks at the text in the data set, then I found out again, it's very interesting and fits very well with the poem. I have a very difficult physical exercise. Let that ghost solve it for me. Oh my god. Can you joke around anymore? Find a way to help me expel him quickly. Immediately. Shint, introduce Xiao Cho. Data. Get acquainted with. He was wearing many types of rings for exorcism. However, the ghost in the data house is very powerful. You need to do it yourself. Please come to my house tonight. Is it okay to banish the ghost? I'm busy tonight. And the data immediately fetched out $1,000. So the trick changes 180 degrees. I'm coming to your house tonight. That's until dark. Data was waiting for the charlatan at Sinti's house. Where is the boy? Why don't you go? It's diarrhea, sir. Oh my god, it was so sudden. Even if you don't want to. I also have to get the diary back. Continue to write novels because it's like that. To pay for his brother's education. Suddenly the word thief appeared on the wall. Me knows this was written by Golly Raw. To warn you that you deliberately took. Me knows this is not right. Should get paint. In response to Golly's words. I hope he shows up to talk. But Golly didn't understand why you abbreviated it, even though you can only see the palm tree in your eyes. Run out of paint. Sony had to take the lipstick and write. It's meant to save time. Students nowadays often do that. Golly also imitated Theo. She took lipstick to answer. Don't say it's expensive. Take something else, brother. Why don't you show up to talk? Keep writing too much. But Golly zero. I want to put the diary back in place. I took it out and saw Golly in a panic. It turns out that every time you touch it, you can see it. The ghost is going to talk, but I can't, because painting Golly's face is scary. By the time Sinti is done pooping, he started going into the house to have the trick perform in exorcism. Golly's sister Nuzin also appeared. You are angry, because me stole my brother's diary. So I threw things around to scare the no. Just ran down. Then, I heard my brother invited a shaman. So hide in the room. Do you? Sinti was so upset that Data had to take him away. You can use the toilet. You're welcome. I'll be outside watching. The trickster is waiting in the living room, although Golly is also wandering around here that he doesn't see. Turns out this trickster is a witty magician. That's when she yelled at him and threw him out. Hurry up or I'll call the police. Alright, I'll go. The new Nuzin appeared with a white cloth covering his body. Make the Data panic run into the toilet. What is it, Data? There's a scary ghost out there. Oh my god, what are you doing now? I haven't finished pooping yet. Hurry up, your shit stinks. The ghost keeps banging on the door. Mental torture of two people. Oh mom, how can I shit like this? Golly appeared and advised his sister to leave. Please forgive the children, so no more banging on the door. Both risked their lives. Skip the butt cleaning phase. There is a ghost sister, even though I know that, but me assured the two students that. Don't think badly. That ghost is you pretending to be me. The point is that you want the data to be secure. It's like that here. You can rely on the diary to continue writing my story. Me is also not afraid of Golly anymore because you want to talk about the diary. I hope Golly will agree. Continue to explore the details in the diary because in the last 2 years, you don't have any work that's accepted by the publisher. Then my economic situation will be exhausted. Data will also stop learning because there's no money for tuition. Please allow me to use this diary. Notice the situation. Sister's knee. It's pathetic. So Golly agreed, but on one condition. It's the Noia that doesn't add up. Drama into fiction. Because Golly didn't want his parents to be upset. They are the dew and the flower. The person who handed over the keys to rent this house with Golly's consent. Me's asked you what you did wrong. Your parents hate you so much. Golly told me everything right now. My parents used to be busy. I have to live with my grandmother until you have a sister. My parents spend time at home with their family, although not loved by parents, but Golly still cares and protects his sister. I am not jealous of my sister. One night, Nguyen ran to find Golly because you argued with your mother about the choice of a university exam, even though you have nothing to do with this. That Golly is the one who acts. Make Nguyen not listen. There's no way. Golly had to take his sister home to explain. Accidentally, I met a very cunning driver. That night was the most miserable day of my life. While the two sides argue, Golly accidentally pushed his sister out into the street. It's because of this that I feel so bad. so he decided to hang himself. When you know the important facts, Ni begins compiling Raw, a complete novel, in collaboration with Mr. Golly's content. Golly will personally type the compilation for the girl, because when you're alive, I'm also a college student in journalism. You finally finished this novel. Immediately, Ni asked Chun Ka to deliver Joe, Miss Editor-in-Chief, reference. Then she told Chun Ka to tell me that this novel needs to be revised in a small detail. Is that the mother becomes more violent after learning Golly accidentally killed his sister. That's how we create drama to attract readers. If you agree to change this, the editor-in-chief will publish it immediately because they're in dire need of royalties. So Ni agreed. Nguyen is very angry to know this. She wrote on the computer screen, warning Ni to cancel the novel. She informed her brother that the Ni had flipped over, arbitrarily add to the dramatic details, but Ni still gave Cho Chun Ka's manuscript for publication. That was the night. News an angry spell makes Gato fall down stock cabinet. Ni panicked. I quickly deleted the original file of the novel, thanks to which the brother temporarily not SAO, but it's not over yet, because the editor-in-chief has proceeded to publish the novel. This makes Newson even more angry. You can punish both sisters at the same time. The reason Nguyen did that, it's because Nia deliberately added brutal detail, but actually, Hoa is not cruel. You don't blame Golly at all about the death of Newson. After you killed yourself, she hurt even more, but Miss Hoa still tried to laugh. Let the do not worry. So if the novel is published, it will definitely come to you. At that time, she'll think the mistake was being too strict. That's why this happened. Now Ni understands everything. She asked Golly to stand up and advise Newson to forgive. This can still be saved. First, let Kumpin touch the diary to see it. Golly proved that there really are ghosts in this world. First time meeting the soul, so Kumpin got a little panicked, but I still tried to calm down. Then people went to Chun Ka. Please don't put the novel on the market, because it wrote false truth, and that's going to hurt the mother figure in there. That's the ghost. Golly will also become an evil spirit. Chun Ka expressed his disbelief when he heard that. Then Cho Chun touched the diary with his hand. Immediately, he saw Golly right next to him. Oh my god. Alright, I won't give it to the bottom. Put the novel on the market. The next day Ni came to the do, and Miss Hoa, and say all. Then take the toe back to the house. Touch the diary. So they saw their son right in front of them. Newson also came to reunite with his family. In fact, you don't blame your brother, accident of the past. That's why Nguyen tried to stop Golly from killing himself, because at that time, you don't have the power to touch the world's objects. Now that the whole family has been reunited, it's very emotional to be transcendent Thai head, to repay this favor. My husband and I have adopted two sisters. If so, will you be given a gift? Yes, this boy. Ni also switched careers to writing advertising scripts.